Want to escape the ordinary? Find your perfect pace in a place where your money goes further, where you get to choose your own adventure. This is Bohol, Philippines, an often overlooked escape where you can retire early, live comfortably, affordably, safely, and embrace a life of freedom and fulfillment. But is it right for you? Let's find out. Getting here is a breeze. You can fly directly into Bohol Panglao International Airport from Manila or other major Philippine cities. Alternatively, enjoy a scenic ferry ride from Cebu City straight to Tagbilaran Port. With its warm hospitality and easy accessibility, Bohol is ready to welcome you to its slice of paradise. Hello, my name is Alex. In my late 40s, a health crisis turned my life upside down. A tumour had transformed me from a sharp, active person into someone struggling with clouded thinking, low energy, and decreasing mobility. After years of the 9-to-5 grind, this wake-up call made me realise that there's more to life than just work and buying stuff. That's why I decided to explore early retirement in Southeast Asia and help people like yourself who are looking to retire here. If you're ready to imagine a new future life, then join me as we discover why Bohol in the Philippines might just be the perfect place to start a new chapter. I originally came to Bohol with a bunch of preconceived ideas, but I was blown away with how beautiful it is. Not only that, I felt safe. Riding around here, there's no big high gates and fences. There's a lack of those concrete walls and with the broken glass embedded on top. To me, that showed me that crime isn't so much of an issue here compared to the big cities. And after I've shown you around, I'll share my personal thoughts of the possible downsides of Bohol and whether this is a place that's at the top of my list. There are so many options when it comes to leisure and relaxation here, whether it's a visit to the local cinema or the beautiful beaches that skirt the island. There's plenty to do and there's plenty of places to explore. Many of the locals here speak English well enough, which makes communication a little easier for retirees. However, don't expect them all to be fluent. In their day-to-day lives, they don't generally speak English to each other. Now, Bohol thankfully boasts a low cost of living, which is ideal for those living on a smaller budget. So let's dive in and take a deeper look. And if you stay with me to the end, I'll show you how you can get your hands on a free financial blueprint to early retirement that covers everything from managing your savings to avoiding costly mistakes. This blueprint will give you the confidence to plan ahead and secure a stable, fulfilling retirement in Southeast Asia. The first place for us to start is living arrangements. In the Philippines, foreigners can own condominiums but not land. That's just the way the law works. But today, we're going to focus on renting houses, just so you can get an understanding of what the costs are, because many people want to rent before they settle down and buy somewhere. So let's quickly look at two properties in different locations. This one is on Panglao Island and is fully furnished. It's quite modest but amazing value for just $250 a month. And yes, it does have air conditioning. In a moment, I'm going to show you where it's located on the island so you'll get an idea of just how close to the beach it really is. The next is quite a bit bigger, but north of Tagbilaran City. It's 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and $426. It's double story, as you can see, and very nicely furnished throughout. It's obviously set up for families, but there's plenty of space if you want to have visitors. If you do get a place here, then it's likely that you're going to need your own transport. Bohol has many healthcare options. As far as I could see, there are 3 major hospitals here, and they're all relatively close to each other in Tagbilaran City. So if you have any medical issues, they're close by, which is good to know. There's also some smaller healthcare facilities around the island, but bear in mind, if you need to, you can get across to Cebu or to Manila, which is only a relatively short, low-cost flight away. There are major shopping centres here with many, many different stores, such as the Island City Mall and BQ Mall. They house various Western brand companies and local shops, so anything you could really want, you can get here. As far as transport is concerned, there are some options. The cheaper options here are the jeepney or trike. If you want to hail a trike, all you have to do is wave them down, and if they're not occupied, they'll stop. You can jump on board. I've put the major jeepney routes here on the screen. Now, there's no rideshare companies like Grab here yet, and as far as I could see, no official taxi companies. There are private taxis, and if you want to get one, you just get the phone number of a private taxi owner and call them for a ride, but do expect to pay more. If you don't want to take public transport, you can rent a scooter or a car for independence, or perhaps just buy them. But that's something you're going to have to consider when looking at your overall budget at the end. Cost-wise, the closer you are to Tagbilaran City or the tourist areas of Panglao, the less your transport costs are going to be, as long as you're savvy. When it comes to food choices, well, it's almost limitless, but you must bear in mind that Western food is going to cost more than Filipino food. Coffee is relatively cheap, about half the price of back in my home country of Australia, and this Irish pub near Alona Beach is very affordable. As far as activities concerned, well, if you like diving, snorkeling or hiking, there's plenty to do here on the island. So let's have a quick look at the bare minimum costs involved. Now, I don't know your own personal circumstances and what your habits are, what kind of things you like to do, your hobbies and your purchasing behaviours. But let's look again at some of the core things such as housing. We saw houses from $255 per month and upwards, those properties being well located, fully furnished, nice, comfortable residences. If you've got the air conditioning on all day, it depends upon you and whether you can handle the warm weather or not. That's going to take maybe up to $86 a month in electricity. If you're not at home much and you're not using the aircon, well, that can drop significantly. Home internet again depends upon your own personal usage. You might choose to have some home internet, but you could pay anywhere between $26 to $34 a month, just bearing in mind that the internet here is of variable quality. Your mobile phone can be as cheap as $10 a month. Food can be quite a challenge because if you eat out and eat lots of Western food, it could be quite high. If you want to cook at home, you could spend anywhere between $140 and $180 a month. This is, per person, by the way. If you want to eat out every single day, then perhaps spending around $10 a day, 3 meals a day, that could be $310 a month. Again, you just have to have an understanding of how you can eat. If you enjoy Filipino food or whether you have a taste for Western food, whether you want to eat at home or whether you want to eat out, you're going to have to find out for yourself. Transport again, well, that's going to depend upon whether you're renting a vehicle or whether you're taking public transport, how many private taxis you take and how many trips you take, but you could estimate somewhere between $17 and $100 a month. When thinking about moving to somewhere like Bohol, the key is having the right plan in place, and that's where my free financial blueprint to early retirement guide comes in. This blueprint will help you avoid these common mistakes and give you a clear roadmap as you plan your dream retirement. It covers everything from financial planning to managing unexpected costs so that you can enjoy a smooth transition to your new life. And the best part, it's completely free. Just click the link below to download your copy and get started. So what are the downsides of Bohol? Well, a fellow expat recounted a trip to Bohol where there was a power outage that lasted for a few days and ruined his holiday. For me, there was no such occurrence. Everything worked fine. There's no Grab or taxi cab companies here, and the big city hospitals are across the water. However, for many people, that won't mean much. Personally, I love the place and it's high up on my list. Maybe it's right for you, or perhaps you're looking for something else. Either way, I've got many more videos coming your way.